Can you hear me now?
Now I hear you.
Okay, good. So I'm so sorry. We're having technical problems with the internet because you know how it works in the Philippines, right? We have very good internet, but of course, we're still here at Home Radio 91.5 with Kit Martin, and of course, we have a lot of questions once again. So here's another question. Okay, are you planning to write Tagalog songs anytime soon? This is from DJ Sky of Home Radio 91.5.
I don't speak Tagalog, but I mean, I have writers that can write Tagalog songs, you know.
Yes.
But most of the Tagalog stuff, I get my boy Jason Belibai to write on the Tagalog side of the game. That's my buddy, my writer. He has a single out as well on Spotify. His first single I produced that we both wrote.
Yes.
But yeah, eventually, yeah, I've done Indonesian song. I did a Bahasa song called Sakit Hati. And
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw
I
that.
have to get around to doing a Tagalog song. But yeah, eventually, hopefully.
So can you sing one song for us? Impromptu. Like
I'm getting crazy latency. If ever you wonder if you touch my soul, you should have. Since I met you, I'm not the same. You bring life to everything I do. Just the way you say hello. With one touch, I can't let go. Never thought I'd fall in love with you. Because of you, my life has changed. Thank you for the love and the joy you bring because of you. Feel no shame out of the world. Young are you. Because of you.
oh, that song never gets old. I until now, you know what? Whenever I hear that from a wedding song.
Is that song that never ends?
But you know what? Remember when we were in Kumu with Raj? You were telling me there's this other song that it's supposed to be for wedding, right? What song is that?
It's called "You Are My Life."
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I remember that. It was really a nice song. But
Yeah,
what's the
that's
story between Because of You and that? Maybe you can tell our viewers about it.
well because of you isn't pinpointing a specific. It's pretty open ended for people to use their own interpretation. "You Are My Life." That's a specific wedding song. That's for whomever that you're getting married to. Is that kind of vibe. It's specific. But because of you is more universal. People can use their own interpretation of the song, and it means different things to different people. So that's the difference right there. Bounce, bounce. Shout out to Better Man. Woohoo! That's the new song. Yep. B. Appreciate.
They're really waiting for you, you know. What's that?
Yep.
So, Keith, I'll ask you another question while you're fixing that. So, there are a lot of funny questions, but I'm gonna choose just one because you always sing. There's this listener here who wants to know if you still sing in the bathroom.
Yeah, all the time because it keeps my voice open. I sing in a shower. You gotta sing in the shower to get that steam in my throat, especially recording at home. So I sing in the shower every day.
Yeah. So, okay, what is the best advice you can give to the artists here in the Philippines? Other artists who are starting and already there, like especially now it's pandemic. Like,
Learn the business. You know, learn how to maximize the business side of what it takes to earn in the music industry. There's lots of ways of doing it, as far as streaming, as far as writing, as far as publishing. You know, understand the business of music. You know, that's the main thing that's lacking out here. People don't understand publishing. They don't understand copyrights. They don't understand how to get their music into other avenues as opposed to, you know, just CDs. You know, music sells everything but itself. So I say get into, you know, advertising, you know, shooting music out for film and television, commercials, the whole nine. You know, there's lots of avenues open for it. Collaborating with producers to get songs placed on other artists. The publishing game is where it's at. You know, knowing what distribution companies add marketing and promotion to songs that are being streamed, you know, because it's not enough just to have distribution. You need to market and promote it.
that's true.
Anybody can put their stuff on Spotify, but if you don't market and promote it, it'll just sit there, do nothing, you know. So you got to understand the work that goes behind pushing a song, you know, and keep pushing it. You got to keep doing it. You got to stay at it. You gotta have a passion for this, you know. If you don't have a passion for this, you're gonna quit real soon, you know, if you don't have a
That's
passion
true.
for it. So, you know,
Because you
make
know
sure
what, Filipinos, we love to sing, right? Like everyone sings here. But
everybody
of course,
loves to sing, but yeah, but how does that work for you? You know, that's the same thing, you know.
it's
I
true.
love singing, you know, but this is a business. You know, you got to understand the business of music because there's more to it than just singing. You know, bills got to be paid. You got to eat. You
That's
know,
true.
so you got to get into the business of music as opposed to being in the music business. You know, because you got to have hit records to be in the music business. You know, but if you understand your value and your worth and what you can do as a writer and singer and performer and collaborate and build alliances that can push your brand, you know, uniquely, you know, then you got a shot at doing some things, you know.
That's true.
There's too much advanced karaoke out here, so I really suggest
That's
I, I
true.
really I really suggest being original because I don't listen to a lot of artists that singing the same old songs. You know, I don't want to
Yeah,
hear. I don't want to hear somebody's version of somebody else's song. I want to hear something that's original from the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that moves artists and bands forward. Give me something that's not available. You know,
that's
that's
true.
scarcity breeds value. You know, if I could see 30 bands singing the same song, I just stay in the house. You know, it's just advanced karaoke to me. You
That's
know,
true. You have to be
karaoke with
unique
a
in
band,
one way, right?
karaoke with a band. You know, but I like bands that are unique and write their own material. That moves the culture forward. that moves OPM forward. I don't want to hear somebody's version of somebody else's song, because that don't move me. But if you wrote something creatively from the heart, original, that's the thing that I'm interested in.
So, Keith, how did you get into this business? Like, how did you start?
The music business itself. Well,
what record company have you been?
Well, I didn't get my first record deal. You know what? I didn't get my first record deal till I was 30 years old. Everything up until then has been just practice. Playing in bands and recording in the studio. And my thing is, I wasn't really trying to be an artist. That wasn't my goal. That kind of fell in accidentally. My whole goal and everything that I studied was based on recording engineering and producing songs in the studio. As a musician, I never wanted to be a like solo artist. That kind of fell in accident.
So, what's your first record company that you joined? Is it
the
one?
My first record deal was Rough House Columbia. That was in 95.
Oh.
95,
Okay.
yeah.
Are they the one who produced Because of You? No.
Yeah, Because of You was on that CD, but it wasn't a single. That was just something that people liked. It was only 2 songs that had marketing agendas behind it, and that was Never Find Someone Like You from the Bad Boy soundtrack, Bad Boy 1.
Yeah.
And then the second song I wrote called A Moment in Time. And those were the only songs that Rough House Columbia put any, marketing budget behind.
Yeah.
Everything else kind of fell off after that,
Yeah,
so.
It's hard when you not do marketing for songs, right?
Well,
You can just play it all over and all over, but if it flops, it flops, right? It has to be hard.
You need a team to really break a record, and you need radio, you need video. Right now everybody's leaning on social media, but it has to go even beyond that, because social media doesn't guarantee sales. They look at numbers. Oh, he's streaming these numbers won't, but hey, anybody can click on a number. You probably have for that. Click on the song a bunch of times during the day and watch it, and you got streaming numbers. But organic interaction and people really buying the stuff. That's what needs to happen. That's the thing that is like, the key thing. How do we get organic interaction?
It's true, organic interaction is important.
Real people to buy this product, and it's all about marketing and promotion and branding.
Branding is important. That's true. I agree with you.
Branding is a part of marketing and promotion. It's like Terry Lewis says it best. It's like the elf and the shoemaker. We can make the shoe, but we need those engineers to clean it up and people that brand it and polish it and get it ready to sell. And, it can only go from one thing. Hey, Yoli. Shout out from Singapore. I love Singapore. Oh, I wish I was there now. Singapore.
You know what? You miss traveling, huh?
I don't miss traveling. I just miss being in places where I can be creative, and people, interact with you. I don't get phone calls too much.
So here's another question from Paul. It's Paula. It says, if you could start all over again, what would you do differently in your life? This is a hard question.
No, that's an easy question. I've always been in love with music. I would say, if I could have did it over, I wish I would have learned the business a lot earlier and stuck with it, you know, because that's the thing. James Tolentino was happening.
He's one of my friends.
That
Yeah, but
that that would be the thing is if I learned the business a lot sooner. But I know it now, so once I'm at the party, I ain't never leaving. But at that time, at the time I had my first record deal, it wasn't a smooth thing. No, it wasn't. It was a lot of lawyers. It was a lot of hands in the pot trying to get the budget and the monies, and it was a lot of people that was saying this and saying that, and you know, my journey in the record business has not been fun at all. It's been tolerable. I mean, the only fringe benefits that I've even gotten was pretty much being able to touch people's lives with my music, you know, but the external aspects of the music industry ain't been cool with me. You know, I'm not no Stark Raven star. I'm not rich. You know, it's still things I want to achieve in the business, but my focus has been on writing and producing for other artists to give them their shot. You know,
that's what I like about you, because
my
you've
thing
helped a
is,
lot of artists right now, right?
huh?
You've helped a lot of artists right now.
Yeah, I mean, I help who I can. You know, I deal with who I can. You know, this is a business. You know, I got to keep the lights on. You know, but my focus has been, you know, on education. You know, recording engineering, mixing, mastering, songwriting, composing. You know, voice lesson type stuff. You know, but you know, even in that, you know, I try to give knowledge on the business. You know, that's the most important thing. I wish I'd have made certain decisions earlier on in time, but I don't have too many regrets as far as that's concerned. And you know, it's had its ups and downs. I mean, the traveling aspect of it was grueling as well. Touring was grueling because you're away from your family, you're away from the studio, you're away from everything. So I started carrying everything with me. So everywhere I go, I gotta have a rig somewhere where I can write and do songs and stuff. That's the most
So it
important
never
thing.
stops you. It
Yeah.
never stops you. So guys, now you know what's the secret. Yeah, bring everything in you. Whenever you feel something or think of
I keep,
something, just write it, right?
yeah,
But
well,
here's another question.
my
Speaking,
portable rig with me everywhere I go. I do everything on my laptop, so I keep my portable mic, my portable keyboards. You know, if I'm in a hotel room, I just plug in and just write, you know, and just go from there, you know, and shoot it out into the universe. So that's where it is right now.
but speaking of our marketing, business, our music industry here in the Philippines, here's a question. If you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
Change anything about the industry here?
Maybe we should start here in the Philippines. Yes,
Just more transparency, you know, because
I agree.
artists don't know what they're making. They don't know what they're getting. They don't know. And I wish there was some fairness in the percentages. You know, there's some unfair percentages out there. So I wish that would change. So, but that all falls into understanding the business and knowing your worth. Your worth as a songwriter, your worth as a performer, your worth as an artist. Period. Knowing your performance rights, knowing your copyrights, knowing your publishing rights, and understanding how you generate money from doing your music, and even performance rights as far as, you know, performing in certain venues. The industry wouldn't be nothing without the talent, you know.
That's true. That's
Dudes
true.
wouldn't have anything to sell or market. So, you know, understand your value, you know, and put a price tag on it, you know, because if you don't know, you'll fall for anything. So, you know, I understand my value in the business and I understand my value in the industry. Um, I'm currently in the middle of getting ready to do my own label with some partners of mine through Def Jam Philippines called Mo Def Records. Me and my boy Teddy Cousins, and Ari Maccabi, and Bobby Skies. You know, we're gonna do our own
Nice.
record, and we're gonna do our own record label so we can give artists a proper shot at doing what they love to do. You know,
You know,
and
that's really nice because I have for the longest time that I've been here in the music industry, I haven't heard that much team up that would support you. I think I like your idea. I think
yeah, I
you get more
I,
artists,
I've
right?
always wanted to have my own label to give artists a proper shot at doing what they want to do, and then teaching them about publishing and what they're worth, you know, and always, you know, writing and collaborating, understanding, you know, copyrights and publishing. You know, it's about music education of the business. You know, hopefully with this new venture with Def Jam, we'll be able to move the culture forward, expand on artists that are out there. Um, as far as production, we're gonna have that on lock. My boy Teddy's from New York, you know, I'm from the States. Bobby Skies, he's got his thing where he's from, and Ari's a great business head. So we're gonna be able to move some mountains, you know, I'm hoping, and break some of the stereotype of how the business should be ran, and you know, give artists a real fair shot at doing what they love to do.
Yeah. So okay, JP Sandoy is one of your fan. He's a singer
Who?
also. JP Sandoy.
What's up, JP?
JP is
Lady,
from Good Boy Music. It's also music production here in the Philippines. What can you give advice to your fan when it comes to like creating music? Because you know what? Everyone right now is messaging me. They said, you know what? Keith Martin is my idol. Keith Martin is my idol. It's
uh,
nice to have an idol, right?
I
But
appreciate it. I'm glad I take all love from wherever.
but of
Bring all-
course, it's nice to have your own, right?
huh?
The- It's nice to have your own style. That's what I always say to them.
Well, you know what? I really try to be stylist, you know, stylist, because when it comes to working with individual artists, I don't want them all to sound the same. You know,
Yeah, true. That's true.
uh, if I have a specific style that's recognizable, then I feel I'm doing something wrong, because each artist should have their own individuality and their own individual sound. And you know, some people argue the difference. You know, people are also, you know, I hear my partner say, "Oh, we gotta have one specific sound," but you know, I think we should be versatile. I think that's what I loved about Hall and Oates music. All their stuff was versatile. That's the thing I like about Prince's music. Prince was versatile, you know. Um, the stuff that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis does, you know, versatile. It wasn't a specific sound, you know. It Terry Lewis said it best, you know. Would you rather have a suit tailor made to fit, or one off the rack? You know, if I'm doing music that's always sounding like it came from me, then that's something off the rack. You know, I'd rather tailor make the song to fit the artist. You know,
Yeah.
so that's how I'm gonna view songs and always do it. You know, if I don't have a specific style or sound, then that's cool, because I'd rather be formless. That way, I can fit all forms. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
all square blocks can't fit in all shapes. You know, if I'm just a square block all the time, then I won't be able to adapt and fit into other genres. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it is with that. And as far as me being a producer and songwriter, that's where I'm gonna be. You know.
That's true. But Keith, can we read some of the comments right now? It says, Lady Ann Brigera. Keith,
Hi
you
there.
are not, yes. Keith, you are not just a great singer, but you are also into helping other artists. You are indeed a true artist with a heart. Yeah, that's true.
I appreciate it. That's all, God. Thank you. It's not my
Yeah.
it's not my talent, it's a God given talent, so I gotta give it out, so I can't hog it to myself, that's unfair.
Oh, okay, Keith, there's a good news. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna post it here.
JB.
Top 10 countries listening right now. Number one is Philippines. Number
Whoa.
two, USA. Number
Home
three, Singapore. Fourth is Spain. Fifth is
hey.
Finland.
Woo-hoo.
Sixth is Norway. Seventh is Netherlands. Eighth is Sweden. And then nine is Ireland and Japan on the 10th.
I
So
love
would
Japan.
you say hi to everyone right now who's listening to you and watching us right
Everyone out there. I need to get to the Netherlands again. I loved it out there.
now?
In Norway,
Aw.
Finland. I love Japan. Rapungi. Take me back. Philippines, the United States, Singapore, Clarky Quarry, that's my spot. Ready to go back, definitely. I just want to keep putting out music that can help with the mood of the times right now, because it's some volatile times going on with this COVID situation, and people are
That's true.
looking for hope. They're looking for a way out. They're looking for solutions. And even myself, I've been going through craziness, and I use my music as therapeutic medicine. The songs I write are therapeutic, like Better Man and How Could You, and all that stuff. I write. I wear my heart on my sleeve as far as my music is concerned. But hopefully, we can get past a lot of this stuff and grow as artists and people.
About your new songs, let's talk about it. Better Man. What's
Yeah.
it all about?
Huh?
What's it all about? Maybe you can share it where I played that
Depends.
a while ago on my show.
Yeah. What time? Which song though? We got to be specific.
The Better Man.
The latest song called Better Man. Oh man, that's that's an idea that me and Jason came up with. Jason Believe I. He's a great lyricist, and wow,
Okay.
the song talks about being a better man for the right person. You know,
Oh, I love
because yeah, being a better man for the right person, because some of us good guys, we get stomped on, and we do the best we can and we still lose out. So we just have to be better men for the right person, So if you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's kind of deep. And the same with How Could You, that was a heartbreak song. I keep getting my heart broke. I am so unlucky with relationships. It sucks. But those are the songs that are therapeutic, that get me out of it, and that's just one of those things. Meh.
There's another song of yours.
I need to write a song called Meh.
Yeah. Let's see about that. I'll wait for that. But here's another song of yours. It's How Could You? What's it?
Yeah,
all
yeah. That's How Could You? That's the breakup. That's the break me down song. Because like I said, I keep getting my heart broke by people. How could you? That's and I just get lied to. Promises made and they fall off. But those are those therapeutic songs that I have to write to get it out my head. Get my little lethargic thing out. So I if people want to know me, they just listen to my music. You're like, oh, he's going through something at this time. And and the song before that was One Moment, and that was a happier time, because I was like, hey, I'm in love. I got a new,
love.
now it's in the water now, drowned.
It's
So
like a sequel. Your songs are like sequel. Like I met
yeah,
this girl, I'm in
that's what it
love,
is.
and then
Music,
it broke my heart.
man. Hey, Terry Lewis
It's
said
a
it best.
cycle.
I always quote Terry Lewis because that dude is a genius. You know, he has these quotes that music is the soundtrack of life. You know, so those are the soundtracks of my life. You know, that's what it is. People want to know what's going on with me. Those are the songs. That's what's up. You know, it is what it is.
So now you know, guys. You know what's happening to Mr. Keith Martin right now. It's through his songs. But I'd like to greet Jason Balibay. Hello. He used to be my bandmate before at Circle of Fifth. So, of course, my cousin. Here's my cousin. You always going through something, Keith.
Yeah, I'm always going through something because people always put me through something. You know, and that's it. I don't want to go through stuff. Just that's what happens. It is what it is. But hey, it's fuel for the fire. You know, turn these lemons into lemonade.
True.
You know?
Okay, I'm gonna
Sell
read
it.
some of the comments, okay? Shout out to Mena and Irene. Oh, they're
Oh, it's not,
from Japan.
Irene. Hello, Irene.
And of course, there's a lot of comments here right now that we have
Great.
to post.
Read them.
This is DJ Ramil from Light FM saying hi to you. And of
Yo,
course,
Ramel, what's
you know how
up?
they
Hey,
react. Oh, I see Keith Martin in the house.
yeah. Marsha was cracking.
Yeah. Okay, so Keith, speaking of
Yep.
someone's asking me right now, is Keith Martin taken or single? It's funny.
Single.
People are really curious about you, Keith.
I'm single right now. I just got dumped.
So that's not nice. Don't dump Keith Martin.
Never
He's
is.
really a nice person. Okay. So now you know, guys, he's single. You can DM him anytime. Okay, here's another question for you. Keith, were you inspired by the music of Babyface?
Of course. Babyface is one of our top songwriters out there. You know, Babyface, my cousin Stevie Wonder, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Tim and Bob. There's so many songwriters out there that inspire me, but I love Babyface's stuff. I mean, it's simple and melodic, heartfelt. So of course, all those producers make up who I am right now as a writer and songwriter. George Duke, Quincy Jones, the Motown sound, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Tim and Bob, the Avila Brothers, Gamble and Huff, Holland Dozier Holland, all the top songwriters and producers inspire me. And the ones that inspire me here, like my boy Jay Durius, that dude's a beast.
Oh yeah. He's
Boy,
really
Jay
good.
Durius, we just did a thing not too long ago. Jay Durius, great songwriter,
What song did he do?
Huh?
What did he-
Oh, we just had an event that we performed together at. But I love Jay's stuff, songwriters, I love the stuff that I like what Augie Cassett writes, the stuff that he writes. Ronnie Raimundo, I redid one of his songs, Why Can't It Be, there's a lot of great songwriters here that are awesome, Side A, P. Doe.
Yes.
And this killer songwriters out here. I love it. I'm influenced by a lot of that stuff. And the same was when I was living in Indonesia, and influenced by the melodies and instrumentation and production there as well. I try to sponge up everything from where I'm at, Yeah, John B. Yeah, that's my dude.
Really? Oh. So now you know.
Yeah,
John
John
B.
B's
I like
John
John
B's a
B.
cool songwriter. We never had a chance to work together, but I love the songs he write. He's a newbie. He's a newbie in the game. Um, there. Oh wow, my boy Steve Russell from Troop.
Steve
Um,
Russell. Yeah.
yeah, Steve Russell from Troop. Wow, man, Felton Pilot from Confunction. Lewis and Linda McCall from Confunction. Wow, Juan and Sheila Escovedo. Those artists. Just a lot of songwriters that I've been around. That influence a lot of what I do.
Here's the follow-up question, Keith. Speaking of international artists, which one do you like to collaborate with?
Which one?
Just one. Just
as
one
far-
artist
International from where?
from States. Sorry.
Well, I'm from the States, so they wouldn't be international to me.
I know, but here's the question.
Local.
But okay, any part of the world, let me know. Let the guy know if he's questioning you right now. He's
But as far as from the States, who I would want to work with would probably be probably Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They influenced me so much. And if George Duke was still alive, we would be with him. I had a great time meeting with him in Jakarta, Java Jazz. So it would have been him as far as long time influence, old school. But right now, definitely Jimmy and Terry.
You know what? The guys are really getting into you. They're really curious. What can you say about K-pop? Here's another question.
I love the K-pop. I love the K-pop. Wow. I got into the K-pop thing long before it jumped off because I used to work with MC Hammer, and MC Hammer had VCA tapes, VCR. He had a stack of VCR tapes of Korean artists and performance, and at that time, the biggest cat was Rain. Who was
Rain.
He was the biggest cat at that time that I got into. And then there was another group called X Large that came to the States, and we worked with them. Hammer and me and my producer Chuck, we worked with a group called X Large, and they and their manager at that time, who sang mine, who's kind of like the head dude of K-pop stuff. Now, he's a veteran in the game. We were working with him at that time. And as time went on, I started getting into Shinee, too bad one of those guys committed suicide. Super Junior, wow, Girls' Generation, Wonder Girl. I like Blackpink, I like
BTS. How about BTS?
EXO, BTS, all of those are. And actually producers from the States work with them. Teddy Riley,
I saw that.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis worked with this artist called IU. Rodney Darkchild Jerkins worked with a few of them. So I've been into that movement since day one, And the thing about them is that their work ethic is a lot more harder than artists that go here. I mean, they're in artist development for 3 years before they even come out. Dancing, studio stuff, then cosmetic stuff. That's not
everything.
Yeah, they got to exercise. They got to be on certain diets. They got to be in certain habits. They got to be taught how to be media artists. That stuff is hard to do. They had to be trained for a long time, and a lot of them couldn't handle it. Some of them, had to bow out or kill themselves and stuff. It's a regimen. But the thing I do like is that when they got you, it's a whole lot of support. They got a lot
That's true.
of financial support, and that's something that don't go down here. You know, it costs
That's true.
it
That's
costs
true.
it costs money to package an artist like that. You know, what we get is the end result of a 3 to 4 year growth period. You know, and then you try to copy it and think it's automatic like that. Nah, it's not. It's always a difference because it's a lot tighter. It's a lot more funded. It's a lot more pushed internationally. You know, the marketing and promotions are out the roof. So, you know, it's hard to bite somebody's formula and call it, you know, a winning thing when you don't know the mechanics behind it. So
Yeah.
I respect and love the whole situation, you know.
Now
You
that's
know,
what we call the business. They
yeah,
really have that business, right?
yeah,
The one
yeah,
that you're telling us a while ago.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's really good. Their culture is really because they really support the artists. That's what's nice
Yeah,
about it.
but the
Yeah.
thing about but the downside to that is that they don't have any lives. You know, they have to leave their families. They have to live in a camp. You know, like an army base. You know, or a regimented apartment. You know, and everything is paid for them. And they got to be on. They got to be on strict. You know, call and whatever. And there's a lot of artists here who wouldn't be able to handle that. You know,
That's
it's a lifestyle that they built. You know, and it's a regimented thing. You know, so if you're not used to discipline, you're not gonna make it as a K-pop artist because
true.
they're really disciplined, you know. And that's the same thing that went down when I was touring with MC Hammer because MC Hammer ran the camp like a regimented army camp. You know, we had to work out at certain times. We had to be at
Oh,
rehearsals at certain times. We had to everything was looked at and fined. We got fines for everything. You know, if we weren't on a tour, we weren't on the tour bus on time. We got fined $50. You know, if we messed up vocals on a show, we got fined $50. You know, if we got caught outside our hotel room outside of curfew, we got fined $50. You know, by the
wow.
time by the time payment came through, it was payday. Your name on the list up.
Oh, they
Uh,
cut it off, huh?
Keith has knocked about 200 out of his pay. You know, when you start getting hit in the pocket, you'll straighten up real quick. You know, and it forced me to be a certain way even today. You know, I'm real time conscious. You know, I like to do things in a regimented order. I like to get stuff done quick. I'm not for a bunch of crazy bull. So that was how it was. When you start getting hit in the pocket, you'll straighten up real quick. You know,
That's true.
so
You think here it's very lax, like it's very relaxed, no training or whatsoever.
yeah, and that's what makes it, and that's what makes it. You know, a situation where it gets stagnant. It can only go so far because it's not being taken as seriously as it should
Yeah.
be, and there's not enough support behind it. There's not enough uh, regimented practice time, to get it right and get it tight. Even the bands that I worked with here, I put them through boot camp myself. Any band that worked with me in the Philippines, they'll tell you I rehearsed them like 8-9 hours. None of this 2 hour rehearsal, 3 hour
Yeah,
rehearsal.
yeah.
We do 3 hours on one song, just to get it tight.
Wow.
So anybody that's ever worked with me out here know how I get down. When it comes to performances, I don't play. I run it like a tight ship. I don't, and if you ain't doing your job, yeah, you getting taxed because I'm not paying.
Yeah.
I'm not paying musicians to slack. I'm paying cats to do their job, be on it, be right, tight, and jam. And if you messing up, that means you ain't practicing, so you getting docked. So you got to run it. It's a business.
See, that's what's nice. I just wish like there's someone like you really training Filipino artists before they launch it,
If
right?
I had the opportunity, I've always wanted to get into artist development, but that's the thing I'll be doing with my own label. You know, whatever artists we sign, they're gonna be right and tight before they even go out. You know, it's gonna be it's gonna be a round table consensus on if this artist is ready. You know, we're not just gonna throw stuff out there just to be throwing stuff out there. It's gonna be like, hey, we gotta make sure this is right and tight. You know.
Yeah. So before we wrap this up, can you invite them to your?
Already?
Oh yeah, we got. There's another
It's
show
just getting
coming
good.
up. Yeah, but they have a request. They want to hear you sing again.
Ah,
Before they wrap, they really love you. You know what? If you can only see the questions, there are really a lot of questions, but the others are really funny. So I just skipped it up. So I hope you guys will not get mad at me.
why you skip the funny questions? I'd rather answer questions than sing because I'm getting delay on my keyboard. Yeah,
I
let's
know.
do
I hate it.
let's do another interview where I can sing. Let's get the questions out of the way.
Okay, here's the
I can
question. We
always
can
sing.
go through this. Okay, let's go extend. If
I
you
can
could
always
go
sing.
open.
That's always available. You know, huh?
Oh,
I'd rather put this
okay.
knowledge.
If you could open a show, any art, if you can open a show here in the Philippines, okay, what would it be?
If I could open a show,
Like, no, like if you're gonna open a show on TV, like probably, I don't know, reality or talent show or whatsoever, what concept do you like it would be? Because you know how it works in the Philippines, right? See, I told you. I told you these questions are really.
I'm gonna tell you, you know, for me, it would be a cooking show because I love to cook.
Okay.
And,
It's not
you
about
know,
your singing talent. It's now a cooking show. Okay.
nothing deal with the music. If I had a show, it would be about cooking. Um, if I did a reality show, it would be about the struggles of a musician from start to finish. You know,
I like that. I like
discovering
that. That
an
was
artist, discovering an artist, building the persona, getting the marketing plan, the budget from start to finish. I would like to see a show about that. You know, from point A to point B. You know, a show like that. I would love to do like a documentary of that. You know,
that's
so
nice.
people can see the real side of how it goes down. You know,
I like that. I like that. I like that idea. Oh, here's another funny question. What is the most useless talent you have?
the most useless talent
Yeah.
that I have. Wow, that's an odd question because how is a talent useless or
I don't know.
or a talent that I'm not
Using it, maybe.
a talent that I'm not using. I would well a useless talent. I have a useless talent. Yeah,
Oh, that's nice. What's that?
this talent. I can make bubbles, really nice bubbles in the bubble bath.
Okay.
That's about as useless as the talent that I can have because everything else is pretty much on point. But a useless talent, it's only good for me on that.
Here's another question, Keith.
Yeah.
What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career? Maybe this girl is asking if you're not in a music career, what will you be doing right now? What do you think
Uh,
you'll be doing?
it would be a chef or or teaching my father's martial arts schools because those are the things that I did growing up. You know, as far as the chef thing, I do that all the time because I love cooking. I got all my
So what's your specialty?
I got all my Gordon Ramsay videos. Whatever recipe I get my hands on, you know. I got my own little knife collection. I got my own frying pans. I got all my stuff in the kitchen that I do. You know, cooking is like therapy to me, you know, so I love to cook. Other than that, probably teaching martial arts, because that's something that I've done constantly. But outside of that, too, that'd probably be it. Cooking and martial arts. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, here's another funny question. What is the most trouble you've ever got into? I don't know where these people get these questions, but they're interesting. They really want to know about you, Keith.
The most trouble I've ever gotten into?
Yeah.
Probably when I got deported from Indonesia.
Oh, why? Why? What happened?
The sponsors that I had bowed out on me. So they didn't renew my visa, and it had reverted back to first entry, and it was like 3 years. So I turned myself in, you know, and avoided some jail time, and they just kicked me out the country. I went back to America.
Okay. That's really trouble. You got you know what? There are really events that artists get in trouble too, right? Like whenever they thought they have a support, but it's not actually, right? That's why it's important that you said there's a transparency with the artist, right? Because if there's
with record companies need to be more transparent.
But with events, what can you say about it? With events,
what?
With events, whenever they have shows internationally, locally, if they get you, oh my goodness,
events.
Yeah, have you ever been into an event that probably like didn't follow the contract at all or whatsoever?
Yeah, and they got reamed for it because I send out a tech writer for all my shows, you know, and you know everything in my tech writer is very specific, from sound check to whatever food or whatever transportation, security measures, the whole nine. And if they don't follow guidelines in the tech writer, then you know right then and there nothing else is going to flow right, you know. So you gotta really be careful when it comes to understanding your value as an artist and knowing the business and what needs to happen for you as an artist, you know. And if they don't read the fine print, you can best believe then nothing else is going to be taken care of, you know. And that could mean the money as well, you know. So I've gotten in events that were crazy, you know. Matter of fact, there was an incident where I had an event in Indonesia, and they used my name to build the hype and everything, and they never sent me the ticket to come to the event, you know. So I wind up having to pay people for an event that they were supposed to have situated, you know. So that's that fine print thing. So it's
so what happened to that?
Huh?
Did they explain after the event what happened to that?
They got sued.
See, that's what's nice there.
There wasn't no explaining. They breached and we sued them. So you know. So that's what that was.
Yeah, that's hard. That's really
next question.
Hard. Okay, next question. Here. I'm gonna read some of it. Hold on.
Stop cherry picking and just shoot it.
They really love the song I'll Never Find Someone Like You.
That's nice.
Yeah, they really like it. I thought it was because of you, because that's
Yeah,
it's really a
yeah,
hit, right? But it
Never Find
wasn't.
You was the first song. Yeah, that was the first hit. Yep, yep. Thank you.
You know,
Next question.
next question. Here it says, you know that when you're a singer and then you like to sing in big places. Well, yeah, I remember this. When I was young, I said, I want to sing in Araneta Coliseum. And I sang there. And then when I grew up a
I,
little bit, and I
you know
said, I
what?
want to
I
smart.
still, I
And
still haven't done an Aranetta yet.
really?
Long
So
as I've
the,
been out here, I've never had an Aranetta concert.
really?
I've
Oh,
never had one.
so which place do
I've
you
never
like?
had my own concert at Music Museum. I've never had my own concert and all that. I've been on people's shows, but I never had my own there.
Oh, yes.
I would rock Aranetta.
Yeah, I bet. Because you know what? I'm surprised. Because usually I can only see you with with our friend's show in Kumu. And now that we are here on Facebook and using also the area and the internet radio station,
Hmm.
I was surprised with all the questions that I get. They're really interested about you.
Yes,
And
ask them.
okay, here's another question. What is your creative process like? Wow.
Um, it depends on the mood, and it depends on the artist. Because basically, if I'm in a mood, if I'm kind of doing like a ballad or something, I'll just start with a piano chord. I'll just play around the piano until I get something that I like. But if it's an up tempo song, I usually start with the drums. If it's reggaeton or Afrobeat or funk or whatever, I'll start off with the drums. But when it comes to melodic stuff, it's always with the piano. But the
Oh,
other thing, the other thing is that I have a book full of song titles. And I'll write like 10 titles down.
10
In my
titles
book of
down.
titles, these are song titles. So I'll write down titles and then I'll pick the first 5 catchiest titles. Then I'll start building hooks around them. So I have a list of song titles that I have to turn into songs. So that's the process right there. Actually, the first process is looking at the titles, and whatever the title reads dictates the mood of the song. So I write down my titles first, and then I pick the title, in whatever mood that fits. Then I'll start creating the music.
There's a follow-up question. It
Yep.
says here that how would you describe the music that you typically create?
How would I describe it?
Yeah. Maybe for me, I would think it was jazz R&B or maybe
No,
I
it,
don't know.
it, it depends on the song. It depends on
Yeah.
the song. It could go either way. It depends on the song, and it depends on the artist that I'm working with. If I'm working with a dance artist, then the song is going to be up tempo or whatever. If I'm working on something for myself, it's going to be either mid to slow. If I'm working on you know a different singer or jazz artist, it's all dictated by the artist. In the title of the song, in the mood.
You know what's funny? It
But
had remember you answered a while ago that you sing in the shower.
yeah,
And what is the most song that you sing? Is this right? What song do you sing in the shower that you always
uh,
sing in the shower?
songs that'll stretch my voice. Because sometimes it'll be
Vocalization.
sometimes it'll just be vocalizing, because I'll make sure the shower is hot, then I throw my eucalyptus on the wall, so I got that thing going on to get in my throat, and I'll just vocalize. I'll probably go over scales or something. Oh, just to get it in my chest. Sometimes I may have, certain songs on like Boys the Men or Michael Jackson or Tank,
Mm.
Tank or something that I can really vocalize on.
So
And then I rehearse stuff like that.
you know what? Well, you know what's funny? Because they really want to know which famous musician do you admire? Is it okay for the person who asked this question? Is it locally or internationally? So probably Keith would answer both, right?
I think I answered that already.
I know, but they really want. It's
Local
it's
musicians.
nonstop.
I mean, that's a wide open question because
I know.
being a musician, I like a lot of people. I got like 5 different drummers, 5 different bass players, 5 different keyboard players, 5 different string arrangers, 5 different piano players. It could go wide, because I've been influenced by so many different people. As far as bass players is concerned, growing up, it was Louis Johnson and Stanley Clark. As far as drummers are concerned, I've always, I like certain drummers. I grew up in go-go music, so it was a lot of go-go drummers, and there was cats like drummers like that I really like right now, like uh, Aaron Spears. That's my homie from church. Um, Danny McCrimmon. He was a gospel drummer. Um, as far as keyboard players, yeah, you got Frank McComb, you got George Duke, John Martin, jazz cats like Bill Evans. That's a vast question. I've been influenced by so many musicians.
Yes, that's true. Okay, because they miss you so much. Do you have any upcoming shows in internet?
I don't do internet shows. I spend most of my time mixing and mastering and composing for other artists. I don't spend time doing shows online. You know,
That answers.
yeah, gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, we have to pay the bills, right? So, okay, Keith, can you please invite them to your Facebook account, Spotify account, YouTube account before we end the show?
Spotify. I guess type in my name. You can find me on there. My Instagram is at Keith Martin Music, and Facebook is pretty much full. So Instagram and Twitter, Keith Martin 50 on Twitter, and yeah, you can find me on those. I think I left the number earlier, so y'all can hit me up
Yes.
on getting some uh, mixing and production done. Hit me up.
So,
So,
Keith, what are your message for your fans right now who are watching internationally?
oh wow, international.
What can you say? What's your message to them?
My message would be always follow your passion. You know, uh, and follow your own narrative. You can't live out somebody else's dreams. You can live and fail on your own, but trying to live up to somebody else's expectation is impossible. So follow your passion and do you. Stay prayed up. Protect yourself out here in this COVID land and study the business. Learn the business of music. Learn the aspects of what it takes to build revenue in this game.
That's really nice. But you know what, Keith? Home Radio wants to say thank you to you and more power to your team. Home Radio is really proud of you. When I said that I want to interview Keith Martin, they were all excited. And Home Radio is an international radio internet station that would like to say, can you say these words? Home Radio 91.5 dito tayo. Because home is where the heart is. Can you say that?
Home is where the heart is. Home Radio.
91.5.
Home Radio 91.5. Y'all stay in tune. Keep it here locked in for the latest and greatest I'll be back.
Yes. Make sure if you have a new single coming up again or new songs that please share it to home radio and we'll play it always.
Right now, the
Okay?
current single is Better Man. Jump up on it. And the next one that's going to follow from that is called I Had No Idea. That's the next single coming out.
Wait, I have no idea. What does it mean? The song means what?
I had no idea.
About love, life, what?
Another breakup song. I had no idea you treat me like this.
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
But you know what? You
But
create a good breakup song. You know that.
It's a play on words. It's a play on words because I spelled no, K-N-O-W, as in knowledge.
Oh, okay.
So I had no idea, meaning I had a hunch, that you was going to flip the script. So there it is. That's that song. That's the next one that's coming out. I had no idea. But Better Man is out right now. Hit up Spotify. Boom. There it is.
I always play that in my show, Keith. Better Man.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
We'll play it here at Home Radio 91.5. Thank you so much, Keith Martin, for giving us a chance to know you more. And of course, the fans are keep on messaging me until now, but we have to.
All right, what they say?
No, why did you guys break up?
Huh?
They want to know why did you break up with your last relationship. I don't know why.
I don't know.
See?
She broke up with me. I have no idea. She went do her own thing. So that was it.
See, now I answer your
question. I got no reason. That's a messed up thing about it.
Well, yeah, breakups are really hard. You wouldn't know the answer, right?
Like I said, I'm gonna do a song called Meh.
But anyway, thank you so much, Keith, for guesting here in Pinoy Local, because you are now Pusong Pinoy. Because you're now I really admire you so much. I hope you continue that, plan of yours, helping other artists, especially the Filipino artists. I hope so.
Hey, that's where the joy is. That's where the joy is.
Because that's the reason why I opened a program here at Home Radio Pinoy Local, because I really want to help also other Pinoy artists to be known here.
So hit me up. Hit me up if y'all need some songs. My email is produceme2003@gmail.com. So email me.
Produceme2003@gmail.com. Any artist who wants to collaborate with Mr. Keith Martin, there you go. Thank you so much, Keith. God bless you always. And
appreciate it.
I'll see you again, okay? I'll see you again. I'll put you down. Thank you so much, Keith.
Is this on a restream?
Yes, it's on YouTube, and it's also on in my Facebook account, and also Home Radio. You can watch it again. Please, guys, watch it all over and all over again. That would be nice, right?
Yes, learn something.
So Keith, bye-bye. Thank you so much. I'll just put you down here in the stream. So guys, thank you so much for watching Pinoy Local. I'd like to thank also some of my DJs, co-DJs here at Home Radio from Asia. I'd like to greet DJ Dance, DJ Ed, DJ Saint, DJ Mars, DJ Coach, DJ Bounce, DJ Chris, DJ Sky, and yours truly here in the Philippines. In Japan, DJ Ran, DJ Haku, DJ Tupper, DJ Storm. In Finland, DJ Vine, DJ Summer, Steve St. Paul. In Norway, it's DJ Snow, DJ Aurora. Netherlands, DJ MK, Team MK. France, of course, Bobby Blue. In UK, of course, my partner in Zen Show, DJ Edgy. Timba, diba? Oregon, Benny Davis, of course. North Carolina, Johnny Rhythm. Maryland, our guest DJ, DJ April. And of course, in Louisiana, the pretty DJ Zoe. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've seen a lot of comments, a lot of questions, and then it's a very interactive show. My second episode is a success. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, homies. Thank you, Zensters, for watching me. Anyway, I'm gonna sign out now. I will not sing. This is about Keith Martin, guys. Don't worry, next time I'll make a show all about me. But anyway, bye guys. Stay tuned more at Home Radio 91.5. Dito tayo, because home is where the heart is. Bye guys. Thank you.